Hey guys, welcome back to part 29. I drive this car. Well, that looks demonic. Yep, that looks demonic. Okay. New drinking game. Every time I say K,
What the hell?
the fuck else is going? Ow. I think I'm just gonna stand still for a second and let my health regen. Man, your health regen. I'm dead. Whee! What? It's like the narrative choices and the original Prince. Not the original. The first
What the hell?
I gotta go. I don't see it. I'm just leaving before I fall down another hole. Those things are like...
Nice to see you too.
I didn't actually catch what he said there. Did he say this is worse than you too? It's pretty hard. Not many people like that band. Oh my god, I kind of freaked out there for a second. a boat. Is there another car around here for me? Alan's like, I see something really fucked up this boat over here. Okay, so the car, I'm just gonna go over it. I must get another car in here. That's interesting. So the light from the fire was also counts for like weakening. That's pretty neat. Kind of shocked that note came up sooner in the game. Whoa, you don't just lead me in here the giving me nothing. A single flare. Kick it. No coffee services, no manuscript pages, single flare. Make me cry every time. Coffee thermos on this porch though. The coffee thermos is more important. Just go back to the car. I got what I wanted from over you. It's fine. I'm leaving. I kind of wonder if the, I think I brought this up earlier, but I kind of hope that when we get to the part where I'm gonna play through on, like, Nightmare, I hope all the stuff I've collected before stays collected. So I'm not, like, double picking up, like, coffee thermoses and shit. They spawn them like perfectly spaced out. This seems almost. Oh, yep, there we go. Apparently it's not an evil school, but okay, school bus, calm down. You're gonna be fine. Still haven't really given me a reason to stop and do this. Of course, they haven't given me a reason to not do it, so... But I mean... I'm uncomfortably low on, thank you. I would be like, I'm uncomfortably low on a revolver. I done? Oh, thank God, more revolver ammo. What's that? More revolver ammo. Okay, cool. I was like, oh man, they're dicking me on ammo right now. I was making me so paranoid. So I got flare gun ammo. Still haven't found a flare gun. I think that they're throwing a lot more fast enemies at me now.
The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The dark presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
This is a lot more driving sections than the last little bit of the game here, you know? It's like I brought that up early on, I'm like, fuck. It took me like 3 chapters to get to the first driving section. But like in the last area here, it's like a mix. Thanks, Verizon. Not sponsored, TM. Larson's Auto Salvage and Used Parts. I'm gonna take a walk around these vehicles here real quick. Are they gonna let me squeeze between these? They do. These games are pretty good about not having, like, just random walls in places, which is nice. There's something down there. Cool. That's a manuscript page, too. Even more important. I walked to the end of the thing and then immediately died. Fuck off, game. This game does suffer from, like, some weird tonal shifts.
In the end, Barry wasn't going to shoot Sarah. They both knew that. Once she had no chance of catching up to Wake, Barry gave up the gun and sat down on the floor, shielding his face from the merciless glare of the well-lit room. "I don't think I'm ever going to see him again," he said in a weak voice. Sarah didn't have it in her to be mad at him. Besides, he was probably right.
I don't know. It's weird because, like, I think the narrative in this game is... Sorry, not the narrative. I think the story in this game is good. Like, I think the story beats and everything, but I feel like the fact that it's an action game feels like it's constantly at odds with the fact that it kind of wants to be like a horror / more maybe thriller like storyline. Like, I think this game's really interesting, but I just feel like it suffers. Not inherently from, like, its own ambition or anything like that, but it suffers from... It suffers from trying to be too many things, I guess. Like, they wanted to keep it an action game, and I kind of feel like their want to keep something in this game action-orientated was because they had, like, they'd made Max Payne before this, and Max Payne was hugely successful. The first one was a huge success and, like, groundbreaking in all of its own rights at the era it came out. Stuff in that box. Jesus. Anyways, But Max Payne was an action game with an interesting narrative. So it was action first. And its narrative basically served that plot line, you know? Like, in the end, the narrative was still there for... Oh, read what? Ooh. All visitors see the yard manager. You must sign a liability waiver for entering the yard. If you this part, please ask for it. Before you pull it, you must bring your own tools. Protected clothing. Junk balls may shift. Hazardous area. Okay. Anyways, but Max Payne was first and foremost an action. Coffee thermos was an action game. So you had to, like, in the end, it served its purpose, right? Like, it wasn't... The narrative was there just to lead you through to the next set of baddies. Flashbangs. I need fucking... God damn it. Why did it auto-equip the flare gun? Anyways. But it was there specifically to push its narrative, right? Like, Max wasn't gonna stop and do, like, a jumping puzzle because the game asked him to, right? But, like, in this game, when you, Sorry, another sneeze there. That time I was faster on the pull. Is there going to be a car combat section? So I realize I think the truck is stuck on this barrel I drove over. It is. My truck got stuck on a random barrel. Well, this looks like a part where I'd want a vehicle. I'm not gonna... It's not gonna let me... Not gonna let me back up there, is it? It's super not gonna let me. Can I get up on here? Okay. I win! Wait, can I just walk over? I can. This backtrack was worth it. There was a coffee thermos here. Think of all the coffee thermoses I could have missed had I not backtracked randomly. But what I keep getting at is that Max Payne's, like, gameplay and narrative worked well together. Like, Max was brooding and, like, disconnected from reality and fucking hungover and loaded with painkillers. And so, like, for me, Max Payne is a great representation of a good marriage of gameplay and narrative, because they each served each other well. Like, Max Payne itself, like, the narrative wasn't super good, the gameplay wasn't the smoothest, the graphics weren't the greatest, but I still rate Max Payne as a very well done, I still rate Max Payne very highly as a good game series. It was the first two. The third one's a different beast. Okay. But, like, it's one of those things where Alan Wake suffers from a bit of a disconnect between its gameplay and its narrative, because it feels like it's focused on being an action game. Anyways, I can talk about more of this in the next part. Thank you for watching. If you like saw, please do all things, and I'll see you in the next episode.